This is the exact reason why you come out in 12. That game versus CJ Stroud or Jordan Love or any high power offense is exactly why, you know what I'm saying, this Bears style of play, traditional relic style of play needs to stick. Because the anecdote for a high power offense is your best defense is keeping CJ Stroud, Pat Mahomes, and quarterbacks like that off the field. So absolutely, now I'm doubling down. I'm not just going 12 personnel. I'm running Grandpa Mercedes Lewis out there too, and going 13 personnel. And I'm telling Caleb, listen, I'm going to call the play. You don't snap the ball until there is 2 seconds left on the play clock every play. And it's going to be the shortest game in the history of NFL football because the clock is going to keep running, and I'm going to give them limited time to run commercials because CJ, Pat Mahomes, or whoever this dynamic quarterback is, they're not going to see the field just because I'm not going to allow them to.
I need 350 yards from Caleb per game. Stop it.
So I want to, you know what, AJ, I'm glad you said that. I feel like we're not going to see
you smoking my shit.
I will say I'll make a personal prediction. I don't think we're going to see a game over 300 yards from Caleb until like week 6. Because of the type of style that Shane
Bishop. Just say you hate Caleb Williams. Say it right now.
No, this is for this reason, right? He's gonna eclipse. I would say
this is the nonsense I hear week in, week out.
This is
what y'all sound like.
This is like the focus is keeping Caleb healthy, you know. And I think Shane, what his style of play and his run first 12 personnel is for that purpose. Now we look at DeAndre Swift, right? That's a guy that you want to throw out in the screen or in a dump pass on an option play. We heard yesterday from sources, even though it was a walkthrough, there was a lot of short intermediate throws that Caleb was making. Right, a lot of things that Shane's going to do is he's going to be run heavy first. Like I said, first priority, keep the quarterback healthy. You don't want him dropping back there and getting hit because we don't know what we have at offensive line. We don't know. We saw that Larry Borum, or we heard that Larry Borum was working with the ones. We heard that Braxton Jones wasn't out there as often. He was on there as limited from limited stance, right? So our biggest issue that comes out of every Bears camp is continuity with the offensive line. Offensive line is almost never healthy, 100% coming out of training camp. So when you put a prize like Caleb Williams back there, you want to make sure that, hey, at least you're running the clock, right? A big thing that Shane has is situational planning, which is what I saw with the Seahawks. Whenever they faced a 2nd and 7 or a 3rd and 12, they had a play for that. Last year, I don't feel like we really had that consistently with the personnel and the coaching that we had. So with that being said, I would say the reason why I say first 6 games because that's the feel for the game. That's
You're
getting
just
into it.
a hater, Bishop.
I think that the Bears.
I think Jay passed out.
The offense.
Caleb Williams is gone. You didn't know
the defense that we had. You're hilarious. The defense that we had from week 8 all the way to the close, or what was it? It was week 10 all the way to close of the year. We led the league in interceptions. Caleb, the game where Caleb's going to have a lot of opportunities. If we're flipping the field, if we got the punter that we have and the defense is doing what they're doing, Caleb's going to have a lot of opportunities. We will be a run first team, but I see Caleb averaging over 220 yards passing. I don't see him eclipsing 300 passing yards until maybe week 6 or after that. Once he has the rhythm and everything down to a science before bye week.
No.
I ain't mad. I ain't mad at. At least we finna AJ. We finna ignore you. I'm not mad at the take, Bishop. I'm not mad at the take, and it's not hate. It's not hate. It's purely from a styles. It's from a styles of play. Again, it's from a style of play perspective. How we need to play to win. Now we can ignore wins. You know what I'm saying? And again, we can't. This is something I'll never do again. I'm gonna say this repeatedly throughout the season. I won't ignore politics, and if they say let the kid loose from upstairs and like let him throw the ball around, blah blah blah, we need to get a fan something. Okay, great. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the equation that we have to take in. But if we want to win, I love the take, Bishop. I love the fact that, hey, you know what I'm saying? Come out there and win. Give them 225, 250, 275. Win the game. Get out of there. And then when you get to a point in the season where teams are saying, listen, the Bears are beating the hell out of people. They're forcing us. They're running the ball all over people. We finna start playing a lot of single high safety, which Green Bay is going to do anyway, by the way, under this new DC, according to their new one of his former cornerbacks that I interviewed at Senior Bowl. Then you can start pushing the ball over the head. Then you can start taking shots in the seams, you know what I'm saying? Sit down routes in the seams, routes on the move in the seams, and doing what you got to do. But I like the situation. The third question to this OC or quarterback series, and I appreciate all the comments in the chat. Everybody chiming in. We got what's the numbers? What's the count in the chat? Over 145 views. A lot of y'all viewing, but y'all not in the chat. I be peeping game, by the way. I know who y'all are. Y'all be watching the show, but you don't be in the chat. Come in the chat, man. It don't matter. Listen, if you got a big platform, small platform, it doesn't matter. Come in the chat. I know you're there watching anyway. Anyway, is it the best talent situation for the OC and the quarterback in our history? And you look at this roster, at least offensively, top to bottom, and you look at the defense as well.
Can I say this? This is based purely on paper.
Only if you're gonna be serious, AJ.
I am gonna be serious.
Okay. I'm just messing with you.
on paper, I guess you have an argument on paper, though. I mean, defensive wise, I don't think anything tops the 85 Bears. I mean, that's just come on now. Like that's a high bar. That's a high standard. But offensively, I mean, yeah, you can make the argument. That's not really hard. Offensively, because I don't know. I feel like we don't really invest in offense like that. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm tripping or something. But I mean,
yeah.
See,
when you don't draft receivers until the second round,
Jay pointing at what I'm thinking he pointing at.